Good morning. Welcome everybody. Welcome to my channel. My name is Chrissy and today I'm going to be giving you some prediction readings for the 9th of October. Now, we're inside again today, guys, because yes, winter is back. -1 last night. Cold wind, grey skies, rain, you know how it goes. So the doggos are in here somewhere asleep on the ground. Welcome anybody new to my channel. I've got a lot of new subscribers, which is really great. We've got sort of a little community here. We chat to each other. We let each other know what's going on in our countries. Because as a lot of us know, we don't always get given the real truth, perhaps, on mainstream media. So welcome anybody new. Please feel free to comment and hit those like buttons, guys. You know that helps me a lot. Now, first off, guys, as you know, I've always got a project going on. It's me. I've always got something new. I know a lot of you guys really get into your creativity and passions. It's something we talk about a lot. In my latest project that I've been meaning to tell you about, I remember a lot of you watched and went through the journey of my daughter and I making in the Japanese doll's house with the lights in it and everything. It was really fun. It was a big project. It took like 3 weeks. Well, now I'm on a new project, guys. As a lot of you know, I've got a dark academia lounge room, which is painted black, the ceiling to floor. I've got chocolate carpet in there, and I'm actually making a little, like, half doll's house to display on one of the cabinets in there. So I've already painted it, guys. So this is going to be my miniature dark academia lounge room. It's not going to be the same as my lounge room, but I'm putting in lots of little goodies. And that's one of the reasons that I went to Canberra shopping the other day, was to get some little doll's house bits. It's so fun, isn't it, having things to do, guys, and making things. There's always something that we need to do project-wise. So that's my latest, guys, my dark academia. So I'll show you a couple of little bits and bobs I've got. I've got this gorgeous fireplace. It's really heavy too. There's so much great quality stuff now. So that's going to go in it. I found this little kettle on the weekend. Isn't it cute? And it's really heavy. It's like, do you call it cast iron? But it's a really good, cute. That's just going to go on the floor. I found a little golden bird, which I'll probably put on one of the tables. And look at this. I ordered this, guys. How cute's this little treasure box? Oh, I can't get it into focus. And guess what it is? I hope you can see it. It's a sewing kit. Oh, I'll try and get it focused. It's so beautiful. So I'm going to probably sit that on, like, the coffee table. How's the details of these things? Sorry, guys. I'm trying to get it to focus. There you go. It's beautiful, isn't it? So there are a few of the little treasures I've got to put in my dark academia house. I've got to get some furniture. It all takes time. You can't rush these things. So that's my latest project, guys. Let me know what projects you guys are onto. We're always creating and trying to follow our passions and things. So that's going to go in my dark academia lounge room on a black cabinet. Okay, enough of me and my projects. A little bit of admin this morning, guys. Cheers, everyone. I have got a cup of tea this morning. Still not on the coffee yet, guys. I'm still having hot chocolates in the morning. I better put the glasses on. I can't see. Okay, first off, we've got Elbow making apologies here in Australia. Yet again, Elbow having to apologise always for something. He was in Parliament yesterday, and this guy kept interrupting him, and he made a joke about having Tourette's. Do you have Tourette's? And it went down like a lead balloon with the Tourette's community. So then he had to apologise. So he's come out and apologised for that today. Typical Elbow, always putting his foot in it here in Oz. And he's also flying, get this, guys, he's flying to the Laos ASEAN Summit, which is to meet with China. Apparently it's about crayfish industry, which we do talk about how they talk a lot about animals when China and Elbow come together. So don't know what that's really about, but watch this space, guys. I'm sure we'll hear more. And the other thing is, I've got to say a shout out to the people in Florida, the Hurricane Milton. You just got hit with Elaine and now you've got this. It is a disaster. It is massive, the destruction. So many strange things going on. Government not really helping. We're hearing a lot of stories about people being rescued by civilians in their own helicopters and all kinds of stories. So shout out to anyone who knows anyone in Florida and around these areas. It's a disaster. So take care over there. Batten down, because this is not going to be good by the sounds of it. I don't know what's going on over there, guys, but stay safe. Just horrific, the damage and the flooding and the... It's so sad when people get so displaced from their homes and animals, and just, it's the infrastructure too. Like, hi Spock, I'm over here, darling. He's looking for me. The infrastructure of sewage, water, electricity, all those things. It takes a long time to get those things back up and running. The other thing that I have to mention, guys, yes, which I have to mention, of course I do, is on the news this morning, hey Spock, they had a little story, yes, and I think we've been talking about this kind of thing for about 4 years now here on this channel, haven't we, guys? How insects are going to provide a lot of protein moving forward. You can get protein from, yes, bugs, as if we didn't know that. So they're pushing it now. Here we've got the cricket chips, and they were also showing pictures of like lamingtons, which is a square sponge cake with coconut on it. And on the top of it, it looked like it had mealworms on it. So lots of bugs and things can help you with your protein intake. Won't that be nice? Some nice crunchy cricket chips. Just what we've all desired for many, many years. Not. So that's coming to a store near you. More protein. Other ways to get your protein. Not just through meat and chicken and all those kind of things. Anyway, never boring, guys, is it? Never boring. Oh, sorry, guys. Still hay fevery. And now it's winter again. It's like, ah. So we got the bugs being pushed here again in Oz. They're always trying to just normalise everything. So eventually it'll just become normal to get your cricket chips. And they showed them like taco chip triangles. Like, oh God, no thanks. Can you imagine how dry? I just get that feeling they'd be very dry and just... Anyway, enough of that. All right, how about we get straight into the reading and we'll see what comes up. Oh, I'm getting Belgium. Belgium's rising. I just feel like Belgium's going to challenge the government. I'm getting that. Belgium. Oh, I've got to finish watching that Bill Gates doco on Netflix, guys. I'm halfway through it. I keep forgetting to go back and watch it. How he was saying that AI is going to help the health industries. That's where I left it when I was watching it last. So I'm sure some of you have checked it out. What a surprise. Bill Gates helping the AI help the health industry and big pharma, of course. So I've got to go back and finish watching that. I'll try and do that today, guys, and let you know how the outcome of that Netflix show is. All right. Getting England, and we know England's rising. We know the UK, you're going to have these stand-ups, fight back, strikes, pro-plasticine, all this kind of stuff. And I'm getting the anti-Semitism. I feel like you're going to get the neo-Nazi stuff coming out of the woodworks. It's always been in the background, I think, in the UK. If we think of certain things like, I'm just getting like Romper Stomper and all this kind of stuff. The movie Romper Stomper with Russell Crowe in it. I'm just getting this. You're going to start hearing a bit more about the neo-Nazi stuff I'm feeling in. I don't want to talk about it too much because we know YouTube will demonetize the video if we talk about too much of that stuff. So I am getting, you're going to have more of that coming out. Because the government's... the strange thing is, as we know with Starmageddon and here in Australia, the governments are allowing these things to happen, which it's kind of it's causing division. Basically, it's causing division. We know you've got the Jews feeling uncomfortable. There's a lot going on in the world, but I do feel like maybe this is going to come to a bit of a head in England, particularly England. And I know that's your central hub for everything, but I am getting that for England. You might get more of the neo-Nazis coming out of the woodwork and having their say. But of course, nothing will happen. Probably no arrests or anything. They'll be allowed to just do them whatever they want, just like here in Melbourne, they're allowed to march and they get a police escort if they protest and march. Go figure. It's completely mad just to stir up the pot. It's like the government creates it. I know here on this channel we call a lot of them paid actors that work for the government, especially the Just Stop Oil extinction protesters that seem to pop up everywhere all over the globe. All right, let's keep going. So I think you're going to get more clashing in the streets in the UK, but it's going to be in England because people are getting really fired up now. In the belly, it's saying in the belly. I am getting China again, and I'm getting that people are getting so angry with Trudeau now. I keep talking about all these taxes. He's bringing in the tax for this and the tax for that. We talked about the rain tax the other day, taxing your vegetable gardens at home. And I am getting that it's making people really angry in China. People sadly can't get their head around it all. See, the thing is with people in general, and particularly in China, for example, nothing's making sense because why would you... See, looking back over the last few years, not you if you're on my channel here because you're already awake, but for the people waking up, why would our government try to save us and help us through the horrific and very scary, well, we do call it the pandemic, but a lot of people call it the pandemic, help us through that and save all our lives and that. And now we're all being destroyed financially. Businesses are closing, blah, blah, blah. This is in China. Well, it's kind of global, but this is what people are waking up to in China. Why is our Prime Minister destroying us? So these taxes are going to start going through the roof. He's taxing people for everything. Just crazy stuff. He's putting taxes on everything. For example, more taxes on shoes that you put on your feet, more taxes on everything. There's more and more taxes. It's getting crazy. We know that he just taxes anything he can think of over there in China. So you're going to get more and more. I keep saying it. You're going to get... And this is what's waking people up because it's making no sense. No sense at all. They're not in a mass psychosis for that, guys. They have logic for all these other things. Not so much during the picky wheel because that did have a really big impact on a lot of people, brainwashing-wise, to the point that a lot of people couldn't think for themselves. They sort of got hypnotized is kind of what we're talking about with that, but not for everything else now. They're really starting to question things, and it's making people really irate and frustrated as to why they tried to save us and now they're trying to destroy us, which... Well, we kind of knew here if that was the direction they were always going to take us. It was just a way of seeing who would conform, who wouldn't conform, how they could go about rolling out their lovely little agenda. All right, let's keep going. And I think, to be honest, I'm getting for the people in China, they're sick of living in fear. If you're new here, we call Canada China because it is morphing into China. I am getting that people, they have to get, well, they need to push through the fear. Fear is a huge issue because of what happened in Ottawa, the squashing of people, jailing, fines, blah, blah, blah. And now there's even more with all the hate speech bills and all this stuff. And if you step out of line and blah, blah, blah. So there's an enormous amount of fear that people have to push through. But then they also have a large amount of fear for their lives being destroyed. So this is where people have to start to get, like, say, proactive in changing their lives and making their lives better. Or people are starting to become aware that this is all going down the road of dictatorship, communist rule, etc., which a lot of people don't want. because they weren't aware of it back then, but now they're getting aware of it, guys. It's so good. This is happening in China. Fingers that something gives, and people come together and create this, well, we call it the freedom movement, but it can still happen, guys. Please don't lose faith. Keep that hope alive. I know it's not easy with him, but as we know, he wasn't voted in by the people. People don't like him, guys. All right. Getting New Zealand, and I'm getting Chris Luxon's creating a lot of reform. He's changing a lot of rules and regulations that have been implemented in the past by, for example, Jacinda. He's changing a lot of things. He sees the unfairness. I always say that he really does have the people's best interests at heart. He doesn't completely want to squash people. You know, he has to in some areas, example, farmers and renewables and all this stuff that we talk about a lot. But I do feel he's changing a lot of laws. There's a lot of reform going on in New Zealand. He's trying to give back some power to the people. This is what I'm getting in New Zealand. I'm just seeing it. He wants to give back some power to the people. He doesn't want to see small businesses go under and people's lives destroyed. He's not comfortable with it at all. So he's changing and making big changes around certain laws. I'm just getting that. Could be around pensioners, for example, giving them some tax breaks or some sort of breaks so that they're financially not as struggling. The low socioeconomic people, trying to give them a more benefit. I feel like he's trying to help certain groups in society that are really struggling. That's what I'm getting. He's trying to make changes. Because he doesn't want his country to fail. I keep getting that. He wants things to improve. And he knows in order to improve things, he has to make changes. So he's getting the ball rolling with these changes. So I think pensioners will be better off. The low socioeconomic will be better off. But of course, probably not the middle class, because we know that's they're trying to squash them. But I am getting that for New Zealand. He's trying to make some changes to help, people to cope financially with the crazy lifestyle we're all struggling to live through. All right, hang on. He is negotiating with farmers. I am getting that. He's in talks with farmers. They're having meetings. They're trying to navigate how they're going to go about moving forward. I think the farmers have representatives and they're having very big meetings. This is what I see coming, might not be happening yet, about how they're going to address the renewable issues, like, all the important things like cow burps and cow farts, not their gas-guzzling jet planes and vehicles and all that. But he's actually starting to communicate with the farmers on ways they can go about improving and trying to get their input so that the farmers don't rise up against him. That's what I'm getting. All right. Gosh, they're just showing me people all over the world. They're just tired. It's showing me people like slumped on a table, like exhausted. You know, that kind of when you're just exhausted and you fall on your arm. People are giving up. People are just getting more and more bills, like in the mail or email or whatever on your phone or whatever, and they're just overwhelmed. People are exhausted. They're tired. This is a really common thing now, that people just aren't coping, which is going to lead to, as we always say, more domestic violence, more people doing crazy shit, basically losing their shit, for example, road rage, all this stuff, people just blowing up, people getting more depression, more suicides. We know how it goes, all these things that affect the human mind. People are just like slumped over. It's like almost giving into the well, they're sort of saying like people feel like they're failing is basically the image that I'm getting for a lot of people, not all, but for a lot. And especially when people didn't see all this coming, like we were very fortunate here on this channel that most of us have seen a lot of this coming for a number of years, and we've been able to sort of steady the ship and mentally prepare ourselves for the massive waves that were going to come towards us from our governments. But a lot of people weren't prepared for it. So they've found themselves just, well, I'm getting a visual of slumped over and just sort of giving up. People are starting to really give up. Definitely going to be more houses for sale. Just more frustration and more, you think about it, if you lose a house you've been paying off for years and years and years, this is just an example, you're going to have grief about that and you're going to feel like a failure. Very hard to move yourself forward. People will get depressed. We know how it goes. There's going to be more and more of this, especially in business when you can't afford to pay your staff or whatever, and everything's going up. Like I said to you guys the other day, 2 croissants and a coffee the other day was $30, which is like crazy, a lot of money here. And it's turned me off going out for coffee with my daughter. So these are the kind of things, like who's going to be able to pay that 2-3 times a week? Not a lot of people. And that's just an example. You guys would be feeling a pinch of all of this too. So I feel like small business is really, really struggling. Every industry is putting their prices up. And it means that us, the little people, peasants and Lego people, are getting hit at every ankle. Even the doggy groomers here, someone was telling me when they first opened, it was like $80 for a little poodle, and then it went up to $100, and now it's $140, like since all this has been happening. So madness, absolute madness. Every industry is having to put their prices up because of all the cost of freight, fuel, blah, blah, blah. We know how it goes. I don't have to tell you guys. All right, let's see if there's one more thing, and then we'll pull some cards for some important guidance for us, guys. Gosh, I'm getting the Royal Kardashians. We haven't had them for a while because, no, there's not much happening. Oh, yes, we have got Charles coming here to Australia, and they were talking about how he's going to stop his cancer treatment while he's in Oz and then go back and continue it. Like, hello, how's that work? I know a lot of you out there have had cancer treatments, and it's been a very hard journey. How is he able to just stop his, he's still got all his hair and he's still out meeting and greeting and mixing with people, even though his immune system's compromised and all that. None of this is making sense. And then he's going to just travel and be jet lagged and all this stuff. Like, has anyone get any of this? Well, I'm getting the cheering because he's like going to be a big hero. Chucky's... He's trying to live up to the queen. Well, he's trying to fill the queen's shoes, but he can't because he's not the queen. So he's, I don't know. The royals, I'm just getting royals. And I'm seeing cheers, like people really cheering him on, encouraging him, like, because this is the story they're feeding everyone, that he's like this amazing person. You think of his age, he's not young. So people naturally think he's incredible for getting through cancer and doing what he is doing. And I feel lots of cheers, like when he comes back from Australia back to England, there'll be lots of cheers, everyone with their flags and cheering like he's this incredible person, and then he'll go back to his cancer treatment. Honestly, guys, there has to be more. We know about the cancer jab here on this channel, most of us do. So whether that's going to come down the line and be talked about, I don't know. But what's going on with Kate? What the hell, guys? Where has she gone to? Has anyone seen Kate? I do feel like she'll make a comeback. But is it always going to be just in these AI strange little videos that they keep feeding us? Like, what the hell? I don't even know what to think with these Royal Kardashians, guys. Oh, and speaking of the Kardashians, just comes to mind, guys. I know a lot of you out there will be watching the Eric and Lyle Menendez documentary on Netflix about the 2 guys that murdered their parents, and apparently they were sexually abused and this kind of thing. They've been in jail for like 35 years, and I think they're going to retrial them or something. And Kim Kardashian is like being made to be very important. I know she did study law apparently, but of course she's got to make have her say, and she thinks they should be trialed. So it's becoming all about Kim Kardashian. What is the world coming to when Kim Kardashian is being, I don't even know, interviewed and made to be very important around this very big trial? And I don't even know what's going on in the world, guys. There's too much weirdness, and I can't get my head around. I'm sure you guys are the same. So watch this space. We're going to be hearing more about Kim Kardashian and how smart and clever she is, and how what she has to say is very important, even though she's like a massive influencer that influences people, and they lie about things, and they do their, what do you call it when you do the Instagram, what do you call it when you do the trickery on the Instagram, where you use the the apps that change your shape and everything? Like, nothing looks normal, does it? But yes, you've got to trust these influencers because what they have to say is very important. So I don't know, my brain's exploding with all this, guys. Just reminded me, speaking of the Royal Kardashians, I'm sure you've all heard about it. So as for Kate, don't even know Kate, the Royal Kate Middleton. This is weird. I think we're going to see a little bit more AI until we get the real deal, guys. So don't know. Has it been cancer? A lot of question marks. Facelift, who knows? She's very thin. I don't even know what to think about this, guys, because it's nothing adds up. Does it? Just more entertainment for Clown Show 2.0 this year. As we said, this year was going to be crazy, hectic. It's nuts, isn't it, guys? I'll have to do my reading, my prediction reading for next year to just see what the hell was going to come up, guys. How about we pull some cards? Let's pull Adoring Virtue. We need guidance. We always need guidance through this shit show, I call it. It's just mad. I mean, how are people not seeing this garbage? Honestly, it is crazy. Nothing makes sense. Just nothing makes sense. People don't even seem to care. Like, I can't believe people aren't marching in the streets, just the way they're destroying us financially. I've got to cover the boobies. Sorry, guys. Freedom. Well, that's us. We really do fight for our freedom. Well, we fought for our freedom probably a long time ago at a lot of the freedom marches and protests, but we have our freedom. See, freedom's within. Freedom's something that you find yourself. You can have freedom wherever you are. It's a feeling inside of you. And again, I always talk about dropping in that backpack of burdens. It's that releasing of the resistance in your body. It's going with the flow. That's what freedom is. Let's pull a Gaia Oracle. Remembrance. Resurfacing of past feelings and emotions. And I have to say, Sophie's got a bark, of course. I have to say, lately I've been having a little bit of anxiety and panic attack in my chest. I presume it's not really mine, because I really don't feel anxious, but I know a lot of you out there suffer that too, but it could be just little memories get triggered in us as well. Remembrance, resurfacing of past feelings and emotions. And it's how you deal with them. You know, I think the difference is now that we don't actually sit in them. We let them wash over us and sort of drift through. We don't hang on to them anymore. You know, you're always going to have your memories and your thoughts and your feelings and your triggers, but it's how you deal with them. We don't stay consumed by them and sitting in them and just dwelling in them anymore. We just allow it to pass through and we just move on. And we distract, I guess you could say we kind of distract ourselves by being busy doing our passions, creativities, and all the things that we choose to do. Let's pull an angel card for an outcome. Oh. Oh, got one. Harmony. Disharmony occurs when we try to resist life's natural flow. Exactly what we're talking about. Everything has its cycle. Every stage of life has its own unique meaning and purpose. Every day can be harmonious if we want it to be. And that's exactly what we've been talking about, going with the flow. You get more harmony in your life when you're not resisting things and you're not fighting against. Every day can be harmonious if we want it to be. And everything does have its cycle, doesn't it, guys? It's funny because I ran into one of my girlfriends yesterday in the supermarket. This is the one that still talks to me. There's not many that do. And I just realised how much I've moved on from her, and you kind of do realise it just reiterates it to you, and then you have that more peaceful harmony in your life because you're not forcing something that's not working anymore, that's not vibrationally gelling with you. It just reminds me of that kind of thing when you drift away from situations, people. It's a cycle, just like that they're saying there. What was it? I need the glasses. Sorry, guys. Everything has its cycle. The cycle of life, isn't it, guys? All right. And I'm getting that song, The Circle of Life, from The Lion King, The Circle of Life. Okay, let's see if there's anything to close with today. This is my husband's eagle painting. Not eagle painting. It's a by a photographer called Charles Davis. He's a local photographer who takes pictures in the mountains, and it's absolutely gorgeous. It was taken here in the mountains. All right, my hubby loves eagles, and I know here on this channel we love eagles. It just represents us flying high above things in that fifth dimension, doesn't it? All right. Again, that song by the Beatles, Please Help Me. Won't you please, please help me? When I was younger, so much younger than today, I never needed anyone's help in any way. We need to listen to the songs of that, words in that song. Now those days are gone, I'm not so self-assured. Now, change your mind, opened up the door. Interesting. Help me if you can. Oh, is it Help? I don't know what the name of the song is, but I'm getting that song. All right. We can hear Sprocket snoring in the background. So loud, isn't he? Oh, God, for some reason they're giving me this old song. Build me up, buttercup baby, don't you let me down. Running around cause I know nobody else and nobody else but you. That's such an old song. I don't know where these songs come from, guys. Bear with me. I'll see if there's one more. Hang on. Oh, they give me a Coldplay song, but I can't get to the heading of it. How long must I wait for you? Yeah, how long must I wait for you? Oh, you. Oh, I can't think of the name of it. I know it, I just can't think of the name of it. Someone might know the name of it out there. Oh, I just gone blank. Oh, they're giving me rock and roll songs. I'm getting that rock, 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 everybody. Roll, 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 everybody. Rock and roll. Oh, I don't know the rest of the song. And I'm also getting that song. Hang on. Oh, I think this is from Greece, isn't it? Rock and roll is here to stay. It will never die. Rock and roll. Oh, rock and roll music was brilliant. No, you dare lie. I don't know what. I don't know the word. I'm just getting all these rock and roll songs. Rock and roll was such a great era in the 50s, wasn't it? It was so fun. Ah, it was just joy and energy, wasn't it? Let me see if there's one more thing. Oh, I nearly read this song today, Bust a Move. Just bust a move. You got it. You want it. Baby, you bust a move. Break it down for me, fellas. It's such a cool song. All right, I'm going to leave with that variety of music. That's a wide variety of music today, guys, isn't it? All right, I'm going to say goodbye from Australia. Take care, everyone. Have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you soon. Don't forget, like buttons. Please consider subscribing and feel free to comment. We love to chat to each other here. Take care. Have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.